Picture this. Underneath the margins, your words can breathe. Got your listeners tilting isosceles the way you holding volcanic quills, spitting decrees. Better believe with flows like these, you got gills. Screaming at daffodils or dreaming in mandrills, derivative of skills. You're built in the workshop, rocking with Ra. Cause in life, the woodshed don't stop. It don't stop. It don't stop. Don't stop. God bless the cipher, the rotation. God bless the beatboxer's lungs, amen for breath control, the smiles that pry open faces when flow goes unbroken, and the smoke. To stories you can see, to coming in on the one. Amen to that dream, that early morning conversation, the argument that birthed the idea, that unbelievable situation, the story that had to be told somehow. Let's take you on a time jump, virtual zoom, bringing it back to Theodore's bedroom. These hands are passionately polysyllabic, putting the Jeopardy theme on swings. 10 dons giving predictions, balancing vibes like the sons and daughters of Ipwan. Ear to the underground, flicking off peppermint, fresh experiment. Let's go. El Premier Elemento, you gotta take your time, press your fingers to the line. Red man, focus your mind. And once you do that, you're at the front of the combine. To the SP1200, the blue light bulb. To the board, the engineer's hands, and the limited well of patience. Hallelujah to everybody say ho. Amen to all the ladies say ow. Thank God for make money, money, make money, money. And bless every hand that was ever put in the air. In your name, we pray. Some ideas, they shake you out of your sleep like when a toddler creeps. Totality of the deep, the mere thought of an unconscious manifestation carried out with the beat. Positive charged protons creating neural explosions. Time hiccups when fingers and pads touch. Dead air smiles because it knows what's coming. The countenance of the clock claps hands. The choreography of the knot slaps jams. And you be like, who made this? Vertebrae responding to the call so bad to make a B-girl curve the wall.
Hey,
oh yeah.
And
What up?
Look, and we're black. Well,
like we never left.
Indeed. How you feeling?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Yo, so for those who don't know, this is Patrick Washington, aka Black Picasso of the still almighty Poe MCs.
And I am Rob Brown, aka Rob Brown. Of my mama and my daddy. Anyway, this is
right.
Open World Poetry. Here, through Words, Beats, and Life. We're here every other week, and we're happy to be here again this here evening. And yeah, so what you want to do? I just want to I really am in the mood to, like, you know what I mean, poetry. This little bit of time we have here, and probably beyond. So I'll be writing even after we get off, but I'm excited. Yeah, I really am. I'm at home right now, everybody. I'm in the city of brotherly and sisterly love.
Man, shout out to Philly. Yes.
I was born and raised, and so yeah, I'm feeling it, feeling inspired and such.
Yes. Well, well, I was talking to you, before this, about the, piece I was working for Stevie. I guess I'm in a musical kind of mood, so I'm gonna do this piece real quick. Nice. for Bobby Caldwell.
Nice.
For those who don't know Bobby Caldwell, he is the voice, the voice that you never knew was black, or you always thought was black. All right. Brother, your songs are 3-minute master classes in relationship. That's enough time to make a call full of 20-year-olds wonder what they're missing. There ain't a family function that hasn't smiled at your entrance. You found a way to co-sign my aunt's every and my uncle's every without ever having to climb into the dormant volcano of my mountaineer or stop at south of the border. I've seen you turn a call full of 30-year-olds into backup dancers. You taught me that love should be deliberate. Some songs make us swerve off the road and plow into the closest body. Yours make us pull over, park, and dial with purpose. I've heard the rumors seeping through certain verses, but I refuse to believe them. I hope I never meet you. Those who have, they call you their cool uncle, but will that be enough for me? I figure if your eyes are blue, it's because you sang them that way. You make a call full of 40-year-olds ready and 50-year-olds ready, and you've rocked more automobiles than you realize. Not that I won't shake your hand and thank you, but I'm afraid that voice that I came to trust may turn on me. Say things like, you're one of the good ones. If they hadn't resisted, label my concerns reverse racism, or just call me boy. You are almost 70 years old, and my record with Caucasian sexagenarians hasn't been very good lately. If you were to croon, don't ask your neighbors and come to you, my musical response would be, open your eyes. How could you be so blind? The playlist in my chest would collapse if I were to ever find a red MAGA cap awaiting you backstage. You were the one to ease these patches of loneliness on days when vows weren't enough. So all I can do now is sit back, keep listening for something that says you understand my skin and not just my heart. I'm sorry, Bobby. Your tenor is always welcome, but this is not your invite to the cookout yet.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. Shout out to Bobby. We always love you, Bobby. I'm done. Don't get it twisted. I love Bobby.
Very, very nice. Hey, look at this. Damari has arrived.
Oh,
Hi. Damari is extremely talented, ladies and gentlemen. She is in my poetry class and our ensemble class, and is pretty dedicated, pretty committed to that and her artistry, like her as an artist, and I appreciate that about her. Well, we've had moments where it's just the two of us in the class, and it's been wonderful. You know what I mean? She inspires me so. I'm really happy that you're here. I'm glad that you showed. I see you got a little bit of lipstick on. I see you, Damari. I see you.
That's something on it.
A little something on it. Okay, a little something on the end. I get it. She is going to grace our platform. Like now, you ready? And then I'll jump back in, Patrick, and join you on that spitting tip. Anyway, y'all, please, Damari. Go ahead, baby. It's on you. We're waiting for you.
I just realized the mic was not on. All right, this is a really new piece that we did in class, titled Map of Tiny Perfect Things. I hope you remember how I live, not how I die. What gave me wings, my reason to fly, the gas in my engine. Because anything I was going to ride, I mean for me and for mine, until the wheels fall. We could hardly read the signs, so the clocks forgot the time, so we couldn't read the time, so New York ain't got no times left to tell. When my bells ring and my choir sings, remember the perfect things. If it wasn't perfect, at least it was worth it, like my little gap when I was entertaining. Or my right dimple that stands alone. Or that scar from jumping out the window, or that zip tie keeping the front of my car together. Keep it a stack and don't hold tears back, but remember how I lived and not how I passed it on. Remember that it was worth it. In turn, it couldn't have been an ounce short of perfect.
Yeah. Patrick, that was from a prompt called Tiny Perfect Things based on a movie I'd seen.
Yes.
That I asked him to watch. And then we would write about, the next week. So Tiny Perfect.
That flick was dope.
Yeah, that was really dope. They all did a really, really good job with that. And Damari definitely did. That was really dope. Thank you for that. For sure. We're going to end up doing this, round robin, not round robin, but just going around, just kind of kicking it. So Patrick, I know you probably got another one in the arsenal, yes?
Yeah, I got one. I got one.
I'm just making sure you got one ready. I'm gonna spit a little something. I feel like these are just a bunch of different ideas, and then I kind of put them together. But I'm gonna see what you think, and then go from there. Okay. I close my eyes when I hear the sounds of voices way too removed to understand that when a black man is killed and the moments recorded leading to his demise grace our TV, where he then lay for hours in the heat on the street or screams for his mama to help him breathe. I watch their mouths move with the news. I stop the rise and fall of my chest and I can't think. Molecules race to form an emotion it's never found. I go into this room, the sound of still and the color of my soul. The first time I wanted to end the life of a man that inappropriately touched my baby girl. Dark, cold, silence, void of light. I know me. Troubled a bit. Vast vocabulary. A woman of few words. Traveled far and wide. Funny how I found home resides in those few. Fish don't try to swim. I don't try to live with meaning and purpose, certainly not with a plan. I just do. The light lifting lid off of a shadowed box, fighting itself for space. A name found in the silence between closed lips, that line between screams, the blank on face, the 9mm that is my mouth, the poetry that writes my dreams, the lines I try to remember when the sun beams through cracks in the window like busted seams. I am busted seams though. Broken glass memories, shattered about the concrete, the colors of babies, birthed the same color as me and shadows. I ain't trying to be poetic. I'm the poem. My life of rhetoric manipulation. I'm the stimuli and the side eye given to a car that almost sideswiped trying to get by, beating me to a red light. Stupid. It's corner stores and $3 cups of ice. It's littered front yards and newspaper stains on fingertips. It's doing the same stupid thing twice, sometimes in facing death in the face of partners you exchange vows with. So this thing here is for me to scream here, to fight these dark lights on the wall when the door is cracked, when I'm just a shell of alphabets, emotional setbacks, and stories of being black. I'm always talking about me, like the parables I am, because I was taught through mama's mistakes like the one she said she made, just not thinking, like when you stop breathing. But I'm here, the Garden of Eden, walking through blindfolded, braille-stained blood on skin already battered by the life not only given but chosen. This heart I got on my heart can't part with the ego, so we will face each other, die and resurrect till it's time, till the hands touch one another and I fall with the shadows by the wayside. I'm always praying. It seems the only other time I really close my eyes.
Yo, die and resurrect until it's time. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes, Ra.
Yeah.
Ra. Yeah. Those are just random thoughts, right?
They are. I just kind of put them together, like.
No.
Things though. Yeah, just the 9mm that is my mouth. All those things. I was just thinking like that, like
Man.
You can destroy people with the things you say to them. You know what I'm saying? Or at least I've been told that many times.
You see that, DeMar? You see that? People just like geniuses just have random thoughts and they be mind blowing. It's just your average Wednesday,
Yeah, that's what he said. First world problem.
That's what's up.
We're gonna take this back around 360.
Okay.
Patrick Washington.
Okay. I'm gonna first off, let me shout out the lovely and marvelous and terrific Lady Di, Sylvia, Beverly. I see you out there. Much love to you. I'm gonna spit this piece, and it's dedicated to all the survivors. I don't know how this is gonna come out, but this is based on the true story. Somebody who who was very important to me. And this piece is called Loving a Survivor. 1. Treat every hour with them like the last lit match. Hand them as many bouquets of smiles as you can. 2. Don't ever lie to them. Enough doctors are admitting things already. 3. Understand that in sickness and in health takes on a whole new meaning. It means agonizing walks to the bathroom that may as well be across the Sahara. It means trips to the park cut short from aches and nausea. It's the difference between stay-home Chinese delivery and high-stepping into the restaurant arm in arm. Number 4. If you're gonna love them, make sure like you're stepping onto a one-way flight to Mars, but don't promise forevers. You ain't got the foresight or the time. Just give them as much horizon as they can see. We don't control the distance, just the skyline. 5. Kissing someone's scars is one of the most beautiful things you could ever do to a person. 6. Allow for sick days, sad days, distant days. Know when your presence is too much and your aura is needed, but your body isn't. Simply send them a playlist of all your favorite songs and then be gone. 7. Become their champion. Defend them from the world whenever their voice wavers. Hold a sharp marker up to the calendar and threaten to strike off as many days as she needs to feel like she can see the next. 8. There will be days when she won't stop adjusting her hat, her hair. Days when mascara may ask, why are you here? When not even Mary Kay can make her smile. Moments when beauty and desirability seems far, far away. Know when to touch her and when to touch her. It doesn't matter what was taken away. Remember, there is still symmetry in your bodies. Don't just wrap them up in scarves and sweaters. Wrap them in hugs and kisses and smiles and sweat. And number 9, don't try to talk them out of their emotions. Put that cloak of fear, sadness, and heartache with them. Be silent and listen. Number 9, just listen. And finally, 10, throw a going away party. Not for them, but for all the pieces that they don't need. Remind them how deciduous trees do this every fall. Celebrate all the painful things that they learned from and left behind. Insurance fights and sleepless nights. Toss it all into the bonfire. You get the phoenix if you can just provide them with that spark from your eyes, that ray of light that simply says you are loved down here and above. Thank you for being my skyline, joy, wherever we may go from here. For me, your face will live in the constellations swirling in your daughter's eyes, the unrepentant anthem in your son's walk. You see, you were always destined to be loved, and these 10 things should have always been done anyway. That's my piece.
Some bars. I was just saying, I was like, I like this, John Patrick. That was cool. I like that, John Patrick. Yeah. You said it was beautiful. It was, right? Get them.
What up, Benny?
Yes. Kissing someone's scars, yes. Dope. Very, very dope. Toss it in a bonfire, yes. All right. Gotta love it. Got to love it. All right, so yeah, we're this is Open World Poetry, open mic. Patrick and I do this every other week or every 2 weeks. Every other week, yeah, same thing. I think it amounts to the same thing. So hosted by myself, Rob Brown, Patrick Washington, aka Black Picasso, always of the Poem Seas, always. We got Damari on the line with us, kind of doing this little round thing with us here, and so she's going to come through and spit for you, and it goes a little something like this. Hit it.
Okay, so since he did a list poem, I'm gonna do a list poem. All right. Before this life ends, I want to have a big den. One where I tell stories and teach lessons to the children, not only to mine, but to my brothers too. Not just blood either. I want the village to bring their crew. I want 10 pots for them soul food Sundays, 9 containers for the leftovers on Mondays, 8 big accounts for the days where it rains, and at least 7 boxes full of tapes to rewind and let play. 6 years of memories, just in case my brain hits the bucket first. All the scenarios I can think of, and that one might be the worst. Whatever the age is, let me say my piece. I want my ideas to be set free before this body has me leave. 5 good jokes, but at least one will make a stranger smile. 4 F-up stories that make people scrunch up their face, but they'll relax when I tell them it was all worth the while. I want 3 good loves in this lifetime. The first verse, because I ain't know a thing about a thing. Second, better than the first. A third, better than true, and will make my heart burst into confetti pieces. I want 2 personalities, one for myself and one for the people. Last but not least, I want one me, one I would not share, but keep only for myself to see.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
That's dope.
I love it. I love it.
I write a lot, and so I have all of these different, things, these thoughts and ideas, of course. And I told them in class, I think it might have been yesterday, I was just talking about how when I was younger, I wanted to write this poem that would just be it. I would never have to write again because of how I used poetry growing up. It's like therapy. So I thought I'm gonna write this, and I'm gonna be cured of whatever, my mother, my parents thought ailed me at the time. It really was just me being me wanting to do my own thing and making things happen. And when you're younger and you have parents that want to kind of help mold the young person into, what I'm saying, on this path of what they think is a more righteous or a positive path. Not that I was on a negative one, but you know what I'm saying, how we as parents, I understand now. However, at the time, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And so poetry and writing for sure kind of saved my life, if you will. And I remember thinking, yeah, I was looking for the perfect joint. I was just like, yo, I'm going to write it and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. That's going to solve everything. And people
Yeah.
always ask to hear that poem. And yeah,
That's interesting you say that, because I messing with those poets, the mug poets, all that whole crew scared the crap out of me, like, because they was early on, what I mean, because it was so so incredible, you know what I mean, and it made me feel like I never wanted to step up with some old bull, but I had a talk with Ernesto Mercer, and he was one day, he was just like, yo, you've got to keep writing, and a lot of it's not going to be great, and you're gonna you just got the jewels will come eventually,
Right.
they'll be sprinkled in there, and then that's when those ones you got to grab, but you got to get rid of a lot of we're complicated people, right? So it's very much. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Damari. But you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. But yeah, just real quick, a little special shout out to that crew. You mentioned Ernesto. A special shout out to Gary Lilly, Brandon Johnson, Twain Dooley. Oh gosh, who else? Renegade.
Yeah. I'll say the name Lightfoot, and Tony Blackman, Holly Bass. Oh man, yeah. There's so many, man. Yeah, Jane Albertetson, just that whole crew, man. They help, make me the writer that I am, and I think, trim the fat.
Yeah.
Got to.
Somebody right before that, someone said, "You never seem nervous."
Yeah, well,
trick, you know what I mean?
it is a trick, yo. I got loads of tricks.
Yeah,
on stage. Stare at the exit sign. I just perform a lot of times. I'm just performing at the exit sign.
I remember people always telling me, nobody can do what you can do, and I'm like, I just saw a rack of people get up there before me and do exactly.
Nobody does it like you.
But the other thing too is that stumbling over words or missing something, you never really know because I wrote it or you wrote it, or you know what I mean. So there's a creative way, of course, of kind of tripping and running into how you do. You trip and then you play it off, that type of thing. You could do that with words, of course.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Damari, how you feeling? How you feeling, Damari?
I'm good. The thing is just switched. So I'm like, I look crazy, but it's cool.
No, you look fine.
Yeah.
I'm still searching for another piece. This one
a question. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. A question for Damari. So who are the artists, and it doesn't have to be poets, who are the artists that are inspiring you right now? Where are you getting your, artistic, muse, and how are you being fed right now?
It's a lot of female artists that I just appreciate, like Rhapsody, because her raps are just so deep. Brittany Carter is amazing. There's so many people. D Smoke, he's not female, but his raps are deeper than, like surface. It's deeper than surface level. And like when you get in there, you listen to the lyricism, you're like, you're talking about something that needs to be talked about. Like you're not here for the 1 minute videos and the quick little fame, but you're saying something of substance, and those are the type of the artists that I just love to see and hear.
Okay. Yeah. You don't want people just rhyming for the sake of riddling. I get it.
You start, you know, after you write for a while, and it really is just kind of a part of your. It becomes a part of your DNA. It's like when you're talking, and people say you talk like you spitting poetry. Like I've heard that more in the last years and such. And so a lot of artists, I feel like, you know who I really like a lot? They're not really new. I'm a real big Anderson .Paak fan. Like I listen to this brother's lyrics and be like, oh, I want to write for him.
Yes.
So like, you know, I want to write for him and with him, like for sure. Like he's just a dope artist. Like
You listen
Like
to the
yeah,
new
the
song with
substance is
Bruno?
there, and the delivery is there. Like his delivery is sick. And yes, the Bruno
oh
collab
yeah,
is
yeah. I
Smooth.
can't
I
wait
love
to
it.
hear
I
that
love
joint.
it.
Yes.
yeah. I think people can't wait.
You
Can't
know,
wait.
um,
So who's next? Who's next?
I'm gonna do this thing real quick. I might cut it off because I don't feel like it's done. It's not finished yet, but I'm gonna share it anyway. Everyone, okay? And it goes like this. It's always been me and you. So lonely is a conspiracy theory created by those that do not have a reflection or reflexes. They don't devour the absolute good in their exes or experiences. They actually believe that people cannot fly. I'm not ready to give up my creature or her comforts. Certainly not her wings. Not ready to no longer live. Ain't never died, so I'm not bold enough to say I ain't ready to die. I love my maker like a good book. I love the them they created to give me this edge and this look. I write about them so that others may too fall in love with the broken-hearted and broken spirits that pave stories in front of old houses on small streets like the one I grew up in Philly. And two, the bulldozing of memories to renew what's never been fixed so we never knew it was broken. My mama, maker of my lungs, holding my breath like bracing for painful news or loss or mama not coming today because, but the because was never good enough. Scared in a body too small to hold the skeletons building up in the corner of a closet too big for me to even reach the shelves. My father, maker of invisible, in the heart of my skull, the structure of my shell. A brown girl, stone-colored face facing men, my children, my mistakes, too unmoved to want to help them or myself. Time tells, and these tales do too. A hammer on a stubborn nail and a wall that won't give. Brown steel, woman build, I pray to understand the tools God gives. Understanding that I came fully equipped. Knowing the tread on worn out tires, still not tired, still unbothered, graceful, bandaged, my wings. Older, understanding of new things. Time spent with the bumblebees that bring me honey, but their wings are too small. Hard when I'm so fly. Hard when they can't fly as high by my side. Yeah, and I stop right there. Yeah.
Yo,
Look, huh?
wow, scared in a body too small to hold its skeletons.
Yeah, because I felt like that. Like when I was younger, there was so many things happening, and I understood so much very young that it tripped me out. You know what I mean? So
Yo,
scared in a body too small to hold the skeletons building up.
yo,
No, listen.
no. Oh, you
Okay.
made me wish I wrote that.
Oh, go
You
ahead.
made me wish I wrote that. That's dope.
Thank you.
That is dope.
You know, and when you too small, like the streets in Philadelphia, if you've ever been here, are really small. But you know, being as small as I was, you know, young as I was, they always seem so big. You know, they're very small streets, and that's pretty much how I felt like in this body, understanding the things that I probably wasn't supposed to understand so young.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah,
Dope.
yeah, yeah. You know,
Yeah, but yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna jump in next. I guess is that me?
yeah, cool.
Is it me? All right. So this is it's new, but it's not new. This is old. The story is old. Why this poem was shot. The keyboard clicks sounded like chambered bullets. It made the white folks uncomfortable. This poem didn't defer or stifle itself. This poem ain't speak the king's English. It drawled at authority, rolled its eyes, barked when spoken to. This poem kept walking when commanded to stop. Its hands were hidden deep in its pockets. This poem balled its fists. This poem was reaching for something. Its hands were out, so the poem looked like a weapon. But it was too dark. Was the night or the poem too dark? Don't matter. This poem don't know when to shut up. Don't act like this poem was innocent. Poems like this have done damage before. What about poems like this one killing other poems all the time and no one says anything? Everyone wants to read the poem when it's lying still because it's easier to edit that way. You won't acknowledge this poem until you see its mother scrubbing ink from the sidewalk. Now, this is a quiet space. Poems like this aren't said around here. That's why it was suspicious. It smelled of street corners. This poem was probably on something. Matter of fact, poem could have been a rap. This poem wasn't armed, but it had every right to fight. It had to. This poem's seen a lot. It hustled to feed every stanza, chased the fading footprints of poems that came before it, picked up the pieces and created this thesis. This poem screams for the pieces who never ever find theirs justice or peace. This poem was in the wrong place at the wrong time, in the wrong skin under the wrong sky, wrong plane, wrong train, wrong street, wrong town, wrong clothes, wrong hair, wrong apartment, the wrong damn couch. There were too many poems in the car. This poem panicked and ran because of the warrant. That poem remained calm. Its weapon was registered. This poem was playing in the park. This poem simply knocked on the wrong door. This poem was having a cookout. That poem needed a doctor, not a cop. This poem was engaged to be married. This one was trying to make a few extra bucks. This poem's car broke down late one night. That one went out for a snack. This poem just wanted to get home, drop its baggage, lay back, close its eyes, and breathe until the stress of being this poem fell away. This poem ain't need you, but here you come anyway.
Is that okay? I see. You were gonna put that on the crowd cheers and applause sound effects. That's what we were going for.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think that's what we're going for right there. That's what's up, though. And right back around, just like that. Hard when I'm too flat. Yeah. Sylvia said, "I wish
Lady died. I thought I wish I wrote that. Yes.
No, she was commenting that she was laughing at the fact that you said that. I wish I wrote that. Too small. Okay. Went out for a snack. I see you, Beverly. Miss Beverly. I see you, Sylvia. My bad. Tripping.
That's Lady Di. That's
Lady Di. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Lady Di.
Nice. Damara, you ready, babe?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. This is again the fairly new one, and y'all gonna hear it again when I finish it. All right. Fix the system, turn to F this because ain't nothing broke about it. My lack of justice is a piece. My lack of peace is just a piece of the many methods of search and seize and used to delay the overdue release of my people. Fix the system, turn to F this system because ain't nothing broke about it. My lack of justice is their peace. My lack of peace is just a piece of the many methods of search and seize and used to delay the overdue release of my people. Until that day, I cannot rest with a mind at ease because if you had a mind at all, you see how this repeats. Don't have to hide, use in being discreet. It's the same ones giving the hope speeches on your TV, promising you a life of people united, but working hard behind the scenes to keep it divided, pledging allegiance to a flag that wouldn't care if I was dead. But who cares as long as I cross my heart and swear to God that I reside in a nation that knows what justice for all means. That would spend more time worrying about their genocidal chant and racist theme than who stands for its intention by bowing the knee. Now this country don't care about me unless I'm making this money. Couldn't respect me enough to give me a hush fee. Made that clear when our gourmet meal was pig's feet. I mean crystal when they cut off ties from our ancestry, America. Home of scary and ode to the family of slaves.
Okay. How you feel? Okay, I'm here. Oh, I'm in there. It says you're in the show. I'm in the show. Hey, we're in the show. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. Okay, so we're ending a little sooner than usual.
My bad.
No, all good. We're here. We're doing our thing.
Yes.
Okay. He said he tried the applause. He's gonna keep on trying, Patrick. That little applause. That's funny. All right, so I go through and I look for pieces and all that other good stuff. And it really, there's no theme. It's just open world, open mic with us.
That's what we do.
You know what I mean? I don't know that there's anybody just now tuning in, but, I'm Rob Brown. That's Patrick Washington. Our guest is Damara is Damari Klein. She's here holding it down with us on this good Wednesday night. And so, yeah, I like this piece a lot. It's one of my favorites. Everybody here, anyway, is familiar with silverbacks, yes? Know what a silverback is, right, y'all?
Yeah. Gorilla, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there it is. And, you know, growing up, as I did here, as I mentioned many times, and in a lot of my pieces, you know, I grew up around a lot of guys that kind of looked out for me. I ran the streets real hard. A lot of people know this story, especially if I'm featured. I get up there with my little chair and my glasses, and I talk about me very, very transparent. So, you know, a lot of gorillas in the midst growing up that had my back. And I ended up marrying one. Not from here, not those dudes from back in the day, but just, you know. Anyway, I thought I knew silverbacks till I met my husband. A gorilla packing short box Newport packs, 4 pounds and ways to stack racks. Hands large enough to hold our dreams and mold them into different ways to make the color green from forest to mint. A gardener and a gangster, he grows food for my soul and snatches the spit out of a brother when they lose control. I ain't worried about nobody hurting me, not even him. So much to unpack in a man that grew up with a monkey on his back, so the skin there is thick. Those soft touches in that Midwest wine sometimes makes you forget his path was paved with bullets, cutting throats, backbiting and lying. A street scholar, he legit bows down disciple style, rocking a kufi and Izar fit. He's broken in places I can't fix and don't want to. Broken like beyond repair, and still he tries to fix it with Gorilla Glue. Look, I ain't afraid of much. My DNA split between a gutter orphan from Philly and Ponset. Ooh, this is like another version of it, y'all. Oh, I was flowing too, wasn't I? We're here. I'm here. Let me bring that back, y'all. My apologies. Ooh, I ain't afraid of much. My DNA is split between a gutter orphan from Philly and Ponset. Brown-skinned babies born with eyes that slant like a Filipino sunset ain't easy to forget, and I'm not. But more times than not, folks ain't equipped with the tarmac knowledge laced in and out of the quilt atop the bed they made. I know street politics, cashmere blankets, and lattes, but under my tongue, I promise you I keep a blade, the thickened plot. I am not of the knots, which just means I am. And this is my bed. Crumbled sheets, bled through ink. I made the bed for which I lay. Simply, I'm responsible for the beast I fed. And I've wept with no regret and go fast to sleep. My decisions have created my heaven and hell, and there's no gate either, so no one holds a key. These palms hold the maps to all the reasons I put my hands on other places and people. A road traveled well and plenty, so my worry and my fears ain't equal. Because I know the beast I share sanctuary with. I know the stained glass vision. I know the roof atop my head ain't got a steeple. I know this union holds huge lessons. And I was given all the tools I needed before that 9 p.m. delivery during winter storms in 1970. A huge blessing to a teenage girl between fear of her mama and fear-based religion. And my teenage daddy, crooning the stars into her eyes, teaching me mathematics is more than adding to a story, because my story was created out of division. Guerrilla warfare between worlds of right angles and the inability to fit in. I just didn't know silverbacks back then. I knew that animal, though. I see her in every mirror pass by and anything giving me a reflection. I follow the shadow, the darkness like the skin of the men I've loved. And as age and I grow, I'm sure I'll see that silver streak upon this afro. And this blood leaking from my pen is just the way I handle the difference between what I believe and what I know. In the meantime, though, I tame the beast within me. And I know that other beast, he would grow without me. He's my husband. I can't pretend I don't know what I know.
Word. Where is the next book? Let me tell you. I have Alpha Woman's Bible.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I have the Alpha Woman's Bible, and it is out.
I wrote that book a long time ago.
I'm gonna get it.
That's what's up. I've been working on another book. I haven't been in it yet and writing any more pages to it, but I started another book. I'm gonna get it together, y'all. I'm gonna get it together. That's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite pieces, though. It really is. Just understanding the people that you bring to you. And sometimes it ain't always about me. Just kind of understanding why people come into your life and why you're in theirs as well.
Yeah. That's a true ode.
Yeah. When people start cutting up, and mind you, everybody has their own thing, of course, right? When people start cutting up and you have a union, I can't pretend I don't know what I know. I know where the beast comes from because it lives within me as well. I just tame mine. So let me help this brother tame his real quick.
It's yo, God bless. God bless, because yes, you know, wish I had somebody who understood me like that. You know, that's what we need. We all need it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so
You want Damari to close this? Want Damari to close this out?
I think so. Damari.
I'm here. All right, it's gonna be short and sweet. Never knew what love was, just what I wanted it to be. If only there was a way that I could make you feel what I see. A touch as familiar as the ones who raised me, tender, caring, and kind in the best ways. A voice as soothing as the rain, intriguing enough to keep me up, but soft enough to rock me back to sleep. Eyes so alluring that I get caught mid-gaze. My attention so diverted that I confuse the count of days. The skin covered in scars. The ones with stories behind them. The ones that remind me of a time you weren't afraid to get hurt. The ones that you never tried to hide. A personality that's a stranger to the word shy, a place of serene comfort, causing me to build a fort up. I trapped myself in a feeling that I didn't want to be free of, tucking me into a blanket of your emotion, mixing two unlikely candidates like emotion. I still couldn't tell you what love is, but I could write an entire story on what I want it to be.
Me too.
Yo, none of us know. None of us know, Damari.
Hey, but we can write that story though, sis. Trust me, I've been doing it most of my life. Writing it to be exactly what I want it to be. Remember, like you're the star of your movie. You know what I'm saying? You get to write that script any way you like. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. You call those shots. You call the scenes.
Yeah, man.
I like that. Yo, Damari, thank you for the humanity, for the rawness, and for the the glorious, the glorious words, man. We needed that.
Indeed. And thank you for everybody out there that tuned in to listen to us do our little roundabout going on here. Open world, open mic, the words, beats, and life with me and Patrick. Love, love, love.
Shout out to the family. Yes, all of you. And we'll see y'all in 14 days. No. Yeah.
What's the date? We'll see you
it's on the 24th.
We'll see you on the 24th. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the 24th, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.
Peace.
Picture this. Underneath the margins, your words can breathe. Got your listeners tilting isosceles the way you holding volcanic quills, spitting decrees. Better believe it flows like these. You got gills, screaming at daffodils or dreaming in mandrills, derivative of skills. You're built in the workshop, rocking with Ra. Cause in life, the woodshed don't stop. It don't stop. It don't stop. Don't stop.